I swear to God, I am not exaggerating when I say 2026 could be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, gaming year we've ever had. Because it was actually very difficult for me to make this video and choose 25 PlayStation 5 games. So let me know in the comments any that I've missed that you are extremely excited for, because check out these games that are coming next year. So number 25 is Blood Message. This is basically a game that we've wanted Assassin's Creed to be like for years and years now. It's made by an East Asian team and it's got NetEase behind them. It's taking place in 848 AD, where we're going through the Dunhuang uprising. We're basically delivering a message to our main character's hometown that could change the course of his homeland forever. It's being made in Unreal Engine 5 and it's kind of got that God of War third person combat, and the trailer's already got so much hype behind it, and it's because it's a fresh new vision. It's brutal, it's gonna be gory, it's got aspects from Assassin's Creed, Uncharted and God of War. It's set in a time period and era that we've never experienced before, so this is going to be a very fresh new experience for us. Number 24 is of course Halo Campaign Evolved. They have remade the first ever Halo, and not only that, but they've expanded this damn game. You can now do 4-player co-op online and also 2-player co-op split screen from your couch. The game looks absolutely beautiful and it's retaining that sandboxiness, and it's actually got expanded levels and brand new levels which act as a prequel to the main game, and it's coming to PlayStation 5. Number 23 is Path of Exile 2, which is in early access right now and you can buy it for like 24 quid. It's another game that's got a lot of hype behind it, it's got a lot of good reviews already behind it, and it is that Diablo-like experience, and it will be coming at the end of 2026 and it's going to be free to play. The game looks beautiful, the combat looks very fast paced. Let us know in the comments if you've already played this game and what do you think of it. Number 22 is Dune Awakening, coming to PlayStation 5. Of course it's set in the Dune world and it is a survival MMO. You can survive with your friends, you can build out your own base, you can even hunt down and really survive against those big dune sandworm things. And it's also set in a timeline where Paul Atreides was never born. I haven't watched the movies yet, so I don't know what this is going to be like. I think this is going to be my first experience with the Dune universe when this is available on our PlayStation 5s next year. And the best thing, it's free to freaking play. Number 21 for me is High on Life 2. This game is going to have a bunch of upgrades like a skateboarding mechanic, you can dash around the world, brand new guns, and it's going to be a lot more expanded and open than the first game was. I absolutely love the first game. I love the humor, I love that Rick and Morty style humor. I love just watching the ads in the world in the first game, but I cannot wait to see how more expansive this world is going to be. I hope we get more of an RPG kind of open world element, because I do want to explore this world a lot more. And number 20 is Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined, and personally I've just gotten into the Final Fantasy universe. I've played 15 and 7. I know that Final Fantasy is actually a direct competitor to Dragon Quest. I've been desperately wanting to play a Dragon Quest game. I think Dragon Quest 7 for me is going to be my first experience in this world. They have just redone this game from the ground up, expanded it a lot more, and even streamlined some aspects like the beginning of the game, where they've reworked some things so that you get into the main game a lot faster. It's got brand new battle mechanics like vocational perks. There's even now battle speed adjustments like auto battle, and no interruptions between each turn. Now if monsters are weaker than the party as you're exploring the world, you can actually just get rid of them without going into the turn-based battles. Number 19, we have Saros from the Returnal studio, which is a roguelite shooter. I haven't played Returnal and I'm not really into roguelite shooters, but I do want to give this game a chance. I think it looks really cool and fun. They've added things like a shield and even second chance, so that when you die you've got a second chance essentially, get straight back into the action. They've added more forgiving aspects for a new player like me. And number 18, we've got Gothic 1 Remake. I love a good open world RPG. I love companions. So a game like this obviously is right up my alley as a avid Skyrim fan. You can meet new companions, you can do their quests, you can ruin their lives essentially. And the combat is third person. There's archery, axes, swords, everything you expect in that fantasy open world RPG game, and of course magic. And for me, I've never played the original, I've never played any Gothic game, so it would be a new franchise for me to taste. And number 17, we've got Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra by the Uncharted director Amy Hennig. And in this game you're going to be playing as Black Panther, I think it's T'Challa's dad T'Chaka, and of course Steve freaking Rogers in World War II. The game looks beautiful as being developed in Unreal Engine 5. We're also going to be able to play as a Dora Milaje soldier and some World War II person, which I don't really care about. I want to play as Captain America and Black Panther. That's who I'm playing for. And it's going to be of course a story game, story heavy, just as we expect from Amy Hennig herself. And number 16, we've got Halloween Baby by I think Gun Studios they're called, and they made the Friday the 13th multiplayer game. And I'm just so excited because Michael Myers is my #1 slasher. He's my #1 horror icon for me. Him and Ghostface. And a lot of people did like Friday the 13th, but that entire game was like just messed up because of lawsuits going on with the IP. And now we've got Halloween. They're bringing over the experience from Friday the 13th. They're going to make a ton of improvements and have no problems with licensing and all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be them at their best, boy. Michael Myers has got some like weird powers in this game as well. I can't wait, man. I love Dead by Daylight. I just can't wait to play a game specifically for Michael Myers, man. And number 15, we've got Outward 2. So this game is being described as a challenging action RPG with survival elements. I don't think they're going to tell you what to do in this game, as it does say that there's no hand holding in it. They are describing it as a very unforgiving adventure, so this is up to you to survive, man. One of my favorite aspects of this is that it's got online co-op, so you can play it with your friend. I think it's going to be a very fun experience. Definitely going to have a lot of fun experiences, especially if you play it co-op. Trust me on that. And number 14, we finally are going to be getting Pragmata, a Capcom space adventure, which is a brand new IP. It's a brand new title. We're going to be playing as an astronaut with this android little girl. It's going to help us hack enemies and probably show us the way, what we're doing, where we're going, help us in combat. It's basically going to be this story about this astronaut and this android little girl. And we're going to be going up against something called the Delphi Corporation. So expect a lot of twists and turns there. But I really do like the look of the combat in this game. Love that the android little girl is going to be helping us and doing some weird stuff and hacking into the enemies. There's also going to be puzzles and all that kind of stuff in this game too. Number 13, we've got one of the coolest games on this list. It's called Phantom Blade Zero. And this game is just like insane. It's fast. It looks so smooth and fluent. Sword fighting, the combat, the martial arts aspects of just sword fighting as well in this game are just like next level. It looks very Soulsy. I think it is an action RPG. I don't know if it's actually Souls-like, but the combat is something that I don't think we've ever really had. That's exactly why everyone's excited for this game, because the combat just looks absolutely beautiful. For me, I'm not a very Souls-like player. I've played Elden Ring and I would never ever play another Souls-like game, but if this is Souls-like, which I do think it is, I do want to check it out at least. And number 12, we've got Onimusha The Way of the Sword, another game. It does remind me of Phantom Blade Zero. This one is not a Souls-like game, and it's still got that brutal, gory combat, and seems to be a third-person action adventure game instead. You're going to be able to lock new abilities as you play through the game. I've seen people say that it could be like Sekiro, but without being a Souls-like experience. Alright, number 11, now we're getting into the cream of the crop of 2026. I feel like these are the games that are going to be like 10 out of 10 bangers, as we have Exodus starring Matthew McConaughey. Alright, baby. And mate, this is what we've been wanting for so long, man. Every Mass Effect fan is going crazy and is going to buy this game day freaking one, because bro, it's literally Mass Effect starring Matthew McConaughey. That's like, it doesn't get any better than that. It's an action adventure RPG where you become the Traveler, leading humanity's fight for survival against the Celestials. What does that sound like? What does that sound like? Yes, this game is gonna have a multitude of companions too. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some options with these companions, and we're gonna be able to make a few certain choices with them. They are saying that you can romance them, you can have friendships with them. Each one of them have their own stories to tell. There's also going to be time dilation, which we've seen in Interstellar starring flipping Matthew McConaughey too. We've got that kind of aspect to the story. Apparently it's going to have major implications on the main story too. I'm going to go more in depth with this game over on Balboa Insider. Go ahead and subscribe over there. And number 10, it's Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. And if you know me, you would never expect me to put a freaking Lego game on this list, but it's Lego Batman done right. It's Lego Batman filling in the gap for Batman Arkham. We're going to be able to go through the stories of all the Batman movies, and it's voice acted too, besides the Ben Affleck era. It is very unfortunate. I would have loved to have Batman vs Superman in this. Maybe some Justice League Snyder Cut content, but oh well. Seems we're going to go for the solo Batman movies instead, including The Batman. This game's got Batman Arkham Combat, got an Arkham open world. I think this could really be the greatest Lego game of all time. And number 9, we've got Fable, the Fable reboot by Xbox Studios, by Playground Games, who made the Forza Horizon games, I believe. And they're making Fable. They're they've got a CDPR combat designer working on this game too. And it's even got Richard Ayoade, a great British comedian actor from IT Crowd. I'm very excited because it's going to be a full-on RPG, but it's also got that humor behind it too, like the old Fable games. Swordplay, you've got magic. It's almost going to be taking the piss out of itself too. I'm very intrigued to see what the story is going to be, how big this world is going to be, and how deep it is going to be on an RPG level. And yes, I'm putting on this list because Xbox is going multi-platform. It's likely Fable will come to PlayStation. If not day one, then maybe a few months down the road. At number 8, we've got Project TAL, which is a single-player open-world action RPG that delivers deep immersion, strategic combat, and rich narrative shape. Blah! Goes into Korean mythology, being developed by East Asian studio Mad Engine. And this game just came out of nowhere 2 days ago. The game looks absolutely stunning, man. I think it's gonna have a lot of Dragon's Dogma 2 aspects. As in the trailer, you can see the companion catching your character and the monster throws him in the sky. Companions are gonna be a very important aspect to your combat. It seems like you're gonna be able to have 2 companions at a time. And just the scale of the creatures look very intimidating at times. It seems like this is gonna be a quite challenging game. Number 7, it's Mudang 2 Hearts, another Korean game by EVR Studios using Unreal Engine 5, which is taking place in a unified Korea. It very much looks like a blend between games and movies. It looks insanely realistic. It's got an actor from Squid Game who reminds me of the Metal Gear series and Splinter Cell. And it is a game that I've been following quite closely. It is a heavy stealth game and it's also narrative driven. This is literally checking all the boxes for me. That's why it's very high up on my list, because I am so greatly anticipating this game and cannot wait to get my hands on it. And number 6, it's Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Now, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. Resident Evil 8 was actually my first Resident Evil game. Then I started playing the remakes, Resident Evil 7. So now with Resident Evil 9 fastly approaching, I cannot wait for this new story going back into Raccoon City. An option for both first person and third person and leaning into the horror element. And because it is Raccoon City, I do think we're going to see some legends of the Resident Evil universe. I think we are going to be seeing Leon. That's just a theory at the moment. I just can't wait to see what new story we're going to be telling in this new Resident Evil game. It looks beautiful as all the Resident Evil games do. And again, it's not a long wait as it is coming in February of 2026. Number 5 is 007 First Light, James freaking Bond. Oh my god, we're telling an origin story it seems for this one. Early days Bond, IO Interactive behind it, the Hitman team. So we're going to have a lot of aspects from the Hitman games. However, this isn't going to be an assassination game, it seems. It does seem that the mission structures will feature a lot of variety, but we're going to dive deep more into the story and narrative elements. We are going to be able to use the environment to our advantage. We're going to have car scenes with the gadgets and all that kind of stuff. We are going to be able to kill people. We have a license to kill switch that triggers when you're probably detected and the armed forces are against you. This is going to be our ultimate James Bond experience by a highly regarded team. At number 4 is Blood of the Dawn Walker. This game is being made by ex-CDPR veterans. They're called Wolf Studios and it's a vampire open world RPG. Looking at the gameplay, you can kind of see that Witcher elements to it. The way it looks like a game developed by CD Projekt Red. Ever since the reveal trailer for it, I've just been so excited. And it's going to feature melee combat. You're going to be able to use your vampiric abilities more at night. The day and night cycle matters heavily, especially when you want to infiltrate the enemy. You're going to decide whether you want to approach it at night or in the day. Number 3, we're getting into the top 3 of 2026. For me, I feel like all 3 of these are going to be 10 out of 10. It starts with the Korean studio Pearl Abyss's Crimson Desert. This is a massive open world RPG fantasy game which looks stunning, gorgeous and beautiful. You can ride dragons, use those dragons to take on castle sieges. You can fight with a robotic mech companion, even control that mech. There's of course magic, and you can imbue your attacks with those magical abilities. There's insane boss fights that look absolutely amazing. Each one is unique and have their own skill set. You can even do WWE moves, professional wrestling style melee brawls. Looks like you can hit your opponents with suplexes and RKOs. Even this grappling hook, which allows you to travel anywhere, horizontally and vertically with ease. It also seems that your cloak is magical and you can even glide around the map, almost flying around the map with this raven-like cloak ability. The map is gigantic, there's different biomes, there's town markets, a bunch of NPCs, and I genuinely believe this is going to be the PlayStation 5 generation's Witcher 3. I really think it's going to be it. It does depend on the story and it does depend on how good the combat feels. As great as it looks, how does it feel? But I am just heavily anticipating this game. It's actually supposed to come out in late 2025 and now is coming March 19th of 2026. And number 2 is Marvel's Wolverine by Insomniac. The gameplay trailer blew me away. Honestly, the leaks of the game blew me away. It's got gore, it's got heavy gore, you can rip apart people. It seems like this game's going to be having semi-open worlds, so you can explore it, very similar to God of War. We've got X-Men characters like Mystique, and there's also going to be Sentinels to fight. We've got another Australian actor playing Wolverine, which is a plus in my book. What else can you say? It's freaking Wolverine. I desperately want to play this game. But my number 1 is, of course, Grand Theft Auto 6. Come on, of course it had to be Grand Theft Auto 6. You'd be lying if it was a number 1. You'd be a freaking liar if it was a number 1. Grand Theft Auto 6, the $1 billion plus game. Most advanced AI, I'd say, in any game that's ever been so far. Most realistic game. The game that is going to close the world down. It's going to shut the world down on its release day. Nobody's going to work. Nobody's going to school. No one's going to university. No one's going to college because of Grand Theft Auto 6. This game is going to change lives, ladies and gentlemen. This game is going to change lives, I tell you. And I'm just talking about Grand Theft Auto 6's campaign mode. An entire another component to it, which is going to be the online mode, which is going to, I promise you, it's going to make billions and billions of dollars. From leaked information and from what we've seen in the trailers, this game's going to have a ton of mini games. The police AI has been transformed, where they now cover behind cars, shout out warnings, and react very realistically. You've got an upgraded robbing system. You can now zip tie, shout out commands to NPCs, which is what we've seen in Red Dead Redemption 2. They're taking those systems and making them a lot more advanced for GTA 6. Story's going to be very much a Bonnie and Clyde tale about trust. We're going to be playing as both Lucia and Jason. It's of course a return to the monumental Vice City. Not just Vice City, but the entire state of Florida, called Leonida in this universe. GTA 6 is number 1. GTA 6 is the game of the year, I can already tell you right now. But looking at this entire list, 25, and every single one excites me. Every single one is nearly a day one for me. I don't buy games like that. I wait for sales, hardly buy games day one. This year I bought Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Death Stranding 2, and I think that was it. But next year, oh my god, next year I'm going broke. Let me know, what games did I miss? What games did I freaking miss? Because this ain't all of the games coming out next year. These are just my 25 for PlayStation 5. We're going to be talking about a lot more on this channel, so please subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. Please comment down below. I really want to hear your opinions on it and what games I've missed again. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Peace out, God bless, and I hope to see you on my next videos. Take care, guys.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.